Hello everybody and welcome to my Key to Victory video about the Eagles and the Cowboys. Now, before I get right into the video, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe to this channel. Please smash the likes, and please hit the notification bell on top of the video so when the video is complete, you're able to get to it right away and view it and comment, and don't forget to share. All right, let's begin. Now, today is Sunday. The Eagles have an afternoon game against the Cowboys in Dallas. The Eagles haven't won in Dallas since 2017, which was our Super Bowl year, the last time we won in Dallas. And since then, the Cowboys haven't been winning at home from that point on up until this year when a home streak got snapped somewhere. I forgot the team they played, but it was early in the season. The Cowboys played a team and they got beat. And they snapped their home game winning streak. Now, the key to victory is simple. Run the football. Because the Cowboys supposed to be like 28 of 30 in the league against the rush. And not that pretty good against the pass. So the Eagles should have their way with them. But then again, things have happened. Stranger things have happened. Let's go back to the Jacksonville Jaguars game. Jacksonville Jaguars only won 2 games this season. And the Eagles played very poorly against them. They had to scratch and claw their win against Jacksonville, which in this day and age, I don't understand why. You had many opportunities to put this team away, should have blown them out, but you didn't. You let them hang around, and that's what happens when you let losing teams or teams with worse records hang around. Now, in the sense of the Cowboys, who are now 3-5 in the league, one of the bottom 20 worst teams in the league, and for as record and offense and defensive concern, with Dak Prescott, from what I've been told, had an ankle injury, and now he's considering having a season-ending injury, which would end his season completely. He will not be able to play no football until 2025, the new season. Then you got 2 running backs you got one running back that's a rookie that's not making no impact, and you got one running back that is a veteran who's been giving the Cowboys some blues, if you know what I mean, been giving them the blues. He missed meetings, refused to show up for practices, and the team suspended him, I think, a while back for that, later part of this year. So the Cowboys are in the flux. And then at one point, the Eagles was in the flux, but the Eagles have gotten their strategy together, if you know what I mean. I mean, the offense and defense is starting to come along, or better yet, other words, hit their stride. Now, with me saying that, should give the people or fans like me an indication to know that this team should beat the Cowboys miserably. I mean, it should be a 30-point victory, or so I say 30 to 15 or 30, 20, somewhere along up in there. Cowboys gonna put up points, but they should put up no more than 17 or 20 points. And the Eagles should have a 30 or 35 to 40 points on the board. The Eagles should be able to score in the air and should be able to score on the ground. But I do expect the Cowboys to put 5, 6, and 7 men boxes to try to stop Saquon for running the ball, or any of the backs that the Eagles have currently on our roster. I expect them to do that, which should open up for the play action pass, or should open up for some passing downfield. Not many not too many deep balls, but we should get some dink and dunk balls as well. The Eagles need, not Saquon, but Hurts should be able to dink and dunk the ball to the running game or to the tight end, where they can put up extra yards for first downs, or much yards as possible. Because the closer that we get to lesser yards, the better the downs will be. Defense, on the other hand, should be able to rest. If the Eagles can get like 10 to 15 plays downfield on the Cowboys, that should get defense plenty of chance to rest. And when they get on the field, Fangio can call the plays through Jacoby Dean, who's having a monstrous year for tackles and sacks and turnovers as possible. He's following right there along behind Zach Bond, who's having a great year on a 1-year contract. He signed a $1.5 million contract, and that money guaranteed to him, that entire contract. So the Eagles, we can think about Zach Bond later on in the video and Nakobe Dean. But overall, the defense is humming like a bird, baby. They humming like a bird. They are getting tackles. They're getting sacks. They're holding their ground. They contain the run. They contain the quarterbacks with with mobility, if you want to put it in that perspective. But the situation is that the Eagles defense has been doing pretty good, and we can all give our thanks to the back end of the defense. Talk about the cornerback. I'm talking about Quentin Michael, who's having a defensive rookie of the year season so far, and then we got Cooper DeJean, who they installed 3 games ago, and has been having a good season since that tackle that he made on Jamar Chase of the Bengals, who we beat the Bengals pretty good. You know what I'm saying? He's been having a good year after that. He has not gotten out of the starting line. He's been starting ever since, because if you take it back to games early in the year, the Eagles have started Avonte Maddox. And Avonte Maddox is not the same guy he once was. He can't hit hard no more because his body is in fatigue. He cannot take any hits. And so if he deliver a hit, he probably afraid that he'll hurt something else. So I can understand that. That's why he's on a 1-year contract. And after the year, he won't be back. Because the Eagles are not going to bring him back no more after that. He's kind of like an old shell of himself when he first started. When you're a rookie, you don't hit that much. But as your years progress, you become a big hitter. Avonte Maddox was a big hitter coming out of Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh. That's his college. That's in college alumni. He was known as a big hitter in the slot safety position, but he has had numerous injuries. He's had shoulder injuries. He's had knee injuries. He had close to 4 or 5 different injuries that either put him on the sideline for weeks or into his season. So he ain't the same guy he once was. So Avonte Maddox is nothing more than a backup now, and he's not doing very good in that role. So I expect the Eagles in next year's draft to bring in another slot safety that can back up Cooper DeJean. But now back to now to the front and still the back end of the defense. Clay has been out. He hadn't played a game since the Bengals game. He's supposed to be back this week, I believe, against the Cowboys. He's needed, but the other guy who did pretty well, what's his name? Zach. What's his name? I can't think of that dude's name, but he started he started in the place of Slay. He started in Slay's place in the last couple of games. But overall, this defense has been doing extraordinarily well. So my key to fix, like I said, run the football. And if the team won't allow you to run the football, pass. But make sure the pass are on point and accurate without any INT, because Hurts has not thrown an interception in the last 4 games after the bye week. So he's doing real well there. The Eagles are in the plus turnover ratio, which means they have not turned the ball over. See, when you're in the negative, that means when you're in the negative zone of turnover, that means that you turn the ball over your team and turn the ball over. But when you're in the positive, that means you're getting interceptions instead of you getting them instead of giving them. That's what the plus means. We are in the plus category of turnover. That is so phenomenal. How that team has completely turned their season around after the bye week. Then goes to show, when you got experienced coordinators like Vic Fangio and Kellen Moore, who can make adjustments on the fly, that's what you really need. You don't need coaches to come in who think they're bigger than the team to bring issues from the media to get talked about and to get different perspective by other opposing clubs. And that has happened last year with other teams making fun of Nick Sirianni. That don't seem to be the case this time around, because Nick has taken the role as motivator, while Kellen and Vic Fangio run the defense and the offense the way it needs to be. So we don't need none of that publicity from the media backlashing against our coach and against our team, because we get enough of that as it is. Every team in the NFL gets enough of that as it is. We don't need it on the Eagles roster, coaching staff, the ownership, and the scouting department and the general managers. We don't need that. You know what I'm saying? This Eagles team is talented. We are extremely talented. We got depth in most positions on the defensive line, the cornerback, and the linebackers. But so far, we haven't been using many of the linebackers because Nakobe Dean and Zack Baun have been playing out of their minds. Now, let's get to Zack Baun. Zack Baun is playing under a one-year deal, like I mentioned earlier in this video. It's a $1.3, $1.5 million contract, and it's guaranteed to him because no one in the Eagles organization or nobody in the league for that matter knew that Zack Baun would be this good. But if you go back to week 1 against the Green Bay Packers, he had 2 sacks in that game. He had, I think, 25 or 30 tackles. So since that Green Bay game, he's been ripping up the league with tackles. He still stand. He right now he leads the league. I mean, he leads the Eagles where he was. He did at one point led the Eagles in sacks, but now that sack total goes to Jalen Carter, who had 4, I believe. So you got to look at the overall meshing of the linebacking unit. Like I said, Zack Baun has been playing phenomenal. And I'm praying in the hope that the Eagles wise up and get this man a 4 or 5 year deal, because he's playing at an all-pro level, first-team all-pro level, and he's playing at a Pro Bowl level. The same could be said for Nakobe Dean. Now, this is a guy who had been injured 2 of the last 3 years in the league. He had one season-ending injury with his feet. You got to remember he had an ankle injury at the end of his season. Then the year after that, which was last season, he had a bum shoulder. I think that's what it was. And the shoulder wasn't healed for nothing. He came back, but he didn't make much of an impact because last year he was the green dot, which means that he made the plays on defense, or he give out the signal according to the defensive coordinator on defense. And so far, he's been doing really well with the green dot. He's been giving out the plays, the signals. So the Eagles haven't had a green dot linebacker in many, many years, and he's the first to prove once again that he is capable of calling plays. So he's the play caller now, and I'm loving it. I had my issues and I had my qualms with Nakobe Dean. That's no longer the issue now. I have to apologize to Nakobe Dean, and I'm quite sure that the NFL is doing the same thing with him, because he was off injured in college and he was considered a first-round draft pick. He got a gem, Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean is playing at an all-pro, Pro Bowl level as well. He's right behind Zack Baun with sacks, tackles, and interceptions. Zack Baun got 2 picks and he has 1. So that's the other thing that I want to throw out there. This team they're great. They're playing good. The Eagles are top 5 ranked defense in the league. We are top 5 ranked offense in the league. So that's one of the reasons why I said the Eagles should be able to put the Cowboys out of their misery in today's game. But I don't think something tell me that it might be that way probably in the second half of the game, because the Eagles are more of a second half team than a first half team. So, but last week the Eagles snapped that streak of not scoring in the first quarter. They scored 7 points in the first quarter last week, and that was great to see. And that's the game they struggled with. That's the Jacksonville game. We scored first against Jacksonville. That was last week's game. So that's one of the reasons why this team is I'm optimistic about the Eagles getting to the playoff. But the question is, can we get a first round bye? That remains to be seen, because Washington right now holds that title of being a first round bye team. That's why this Thursday night game against them is going to be vital. Ball. I don't want to talk about Washington right now. That's going to be beyond the point. We're going to stick with the Cowboys. But overall, like I said, Nakobe Dean playing well. Zack Baun playing well. The cornerbacks are playing extraordinarily well. Nakobe, you can only thank Quinn Mitchell, and Quinn Michael, and you can also think Cooper DeJean. These guys are the best rookie the Eagles have had in recent memory. The last rookie the Eagles had at DB that played out of their minds was Lito Shepherd, who was a first-round pick out of University of Florida, and then Sheldon Brown, who played with I think North Texas, I believe. He came from a small college, but he's from North Texas. Those two guys, along with if you guys remember the safety who's supposed to be the heir apparent to Brian Doc, what was his name? Michael Lewis. The Eagles have 3 DB that year, 2021, that year. And those guys did real well for the Eagles back end of the defense. That was the last time the Eagles have had 2 exciting defensive backs until Cooper DeJean and Quinn Michael showed up on the scene. Nothing that you can say about that. But I just wanted to add a little more to the video. I'm going with 16 minutes now. But that's what I want to say. Our victory, or keep the victory for that matter, or better yet, let me give you an example. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, yeah, here we go. Our key to victory is simple. Run the football. Run it. Pass if you gotta, but run it. You got to have the will to run the football. Got to. You've been doing it the last 3 or 4 games. You've been doing it. Stick with that formula. Get the Cowboy defense on tired mode, and you should have their way earlier and often in the first half of this game. The Eagles should have 20-something points in the first half of the game against the Cowboys. Cowboys should have no more than 3 or 6 or maybe 7 for that matter. They should have no more than 1 touchdown score in the first quarter, first half of the game. That's the way it should be. The Eagles should be blowing the Cowboys out 20-some points to 6 or 7 in this game. There should be no mistakes made unless you cause the mistakes or you create the mistakes. I'm talking about Hurts. Hurts need to be on accurate point with these throws. Need to be accurate. Need to be on the money. I understand battle down balls, and I understand ball being battled down by the opposing team. That I understand. But we do not need to throw the balls in the air, or should I say, play hero ball. We should not be playing on hero ball against the Cowboys team trying to make it back for a win. You don't need to be doing that. The last 4 games, you have not played on hero ball. And keep that up and keep that momentum going, because we can afford no hero situations on the field against a weak opponent that we could demolish at any given time of the day. So, with that being said, offensive line, please protect. You know what? I'm going to mention matchups. Fred Johnson did the right tackle for the left tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles, ain't going to have his hands full with either Michael Parsons or one of the other guys on the left side. He's gonna have a hard time over there. So I'm praying to hope that he holds his ground, because the other Eagles offensive linemen ain't gonna hold their ground. Fred Johnson is going to hold it down on that left side, because that's the blind side. If he can do real well to protect Hurts' blind side, the Eagles should have a good day rushing and passing the football. Wide receivers, AJ Brown, he's healthy today, along with Slim Shady, or should I say Skinny Batman. These guys should be able to get early, should get open often and early, because one of their main guys is also out with an injury as well. So the Eagles should have some good matchups against the Cowboys secondary. The Eagles should be able to run the ball against this front, because the Cowboys front ain't that good. The linebackers is okay. Along as Parsons is playing, the linebackers it probably like B minus or C for that matter. So their linebacking core still pretty good. It's their front 4 and their backs and their back 4 that's not that good. It really ain't. So the Eagles should have a good game against them. I mean, I don't even see no other options why they shouldn't. But excuse me. But down the line, though, The Cowboys, you can play the Cowboys next time. They're gonna be in Philadelphia. Excuse me. The Cowboys should be a little bit more healthier when next we play them, but that's going to depend on what's his name, the quarterback, damn, name took my damn tongue. I just mentioned his name earlier in this video, but anyway, said now if he decides to get to have season-ending injury, then that'll be the end of his season. So, but like I said, Eagles should have a good game in Dallas and should snap that 7-game losing streak that we got in Dallas. We should snap that streak today. We should. And we should sweep the Cowboys. The Eagles should sweep the Cowboys, should sweep the Giants. Now the Washington Commanders are totally different. So we might, if the Eagles beat Washington. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I don't even want to go there. I'm not going to talk about that. I said in the video that I'm going to discuss Washington Commanders. I'm not going to, but I'm staying on one team, and that is the Cowboys. So anyway, you guys enjoy your Sunday. I'm definitely going to enjoy mine. This will be a great game to watch. Nothing more to say here. Other than that, I am the Almighty Green Talons. Peace. Enjoy your Sunday, because I'm going to watch the Commanders and the Pittsburgh, because I want to see how good the Command teams actually are. And I suggest you guys watch that game as well. No game really don't matter now. If the Commanders game playing Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a pretty good club. Washington is on the uprise. So I'm going to keep my focus on that game and see what happens there, because that will determine next Thursday's game. So anyway, again, I am out. Enjoy your Sunday. Please watch that Commanders game against Pittsburgh. Peace.